Hey there, it is 3 days until the beginning of 31 Days of Soul Wellness, and I am super pumped and excited about it, and I hope that you are too. So considering we're only a short while away, I thought I would stop in to share some recommended guidelines which will help you get the most out of this course. So guideline number 1. Use your discernment and curiosity. So discernment and curiosity are going to be key themes running through the 31 Days of Soul Wellness course, so throughout the whole of March. And why they're so integral to this course is that discernment allows you to connect with it on your own level. It allows you to understand if it feels truthful to you now and if it feels useful to you now. And that curiosity combined with discernment allows you to take the concepts that we're presenting to you in this course. We have tried to make them as specific as possible, but because you'll all be in very different places, some of you similar places, but mostly very different places, you'll need to use your discernment and your curiosity to take the concepts we're sharing with you and apply them to your life as it stands now. And also allow those concepts and those tips and those techniques and those tools to navigate you forward along your path to soul wellness. So the next guideline or concept that I want to share with you is to, throughout this entire course, throughout this month, is to have fun and be open, be curious, experiment. And if something that is being presented to you in this course feels really good to you, but it's not quite hitting the spot, allow yourself to be curious and experiment and play with it. What we're presenting might trigger something else for you, something more useful for you. And that's okay. That's part of what learning and doing courses and being part of e-courses like this are all about. It's what also about sharing, what that's about is understanding how it's useful for you, allowing the concepts, the tools, the tips, the stories that we're sharing, allow it to trigger insights within you, allow it to trigger your intuition. So if, for instance, on one particular day when you receive your soul sheet, because every single day you're going to be receiving soul sheets, and there's particular questions or particular activities that you're encouraged to do, and as you're going through the activities, you think of something else that might be very useful for you and might actually take you down a slightly different pathway, go for it. That's your intuition, your insight, your soul connection guiding you forward, guiding you to an aspect that you need to look at. So I really encourage you to do that. You don't need to stick to the formula that we're presenting or that I'm presenting to you. It's there purely for structure, for insight, and for organisational purposes, but it might not be exactly what you need and in the order that you need it. So have fun, experiment, and make it useful for you. So my third tip to make this course super useful for you is the question why, and also weave and layer. So what I mean by why, that whole question of why allows you to go deeper under the layers. So in the journal that you'll be receiving as a part of this program, and you'll also be receiving it within the email that you get this video, in the first few pages, one of the questions is something along the lines of what will your life look like and feel like and be like when you're in connection to your soul wellness. So once you've answered that question and it all looks fabulous and it feels really good to you, look at it and say why, and then go deeper. Because the questions that we often come up with, or the answers to the questions that we often come up with first, are taking us to the crux and to the core of why we're yearning and why we're really wanting a particular aspect in our life. But those first answers aren't necessarily the core. They're just a bit of a layer. So it's a new revelation and it's a new insight, but it's not the crux of what's going on for you. So look at that answer and then apply the question why, and then see where that takes you. And I really encourage you to do that throughout all of the course, throughout all of the emails, throughout all of the interviews, all of the, the information that you receive. It's why, and how does it feel to your heart? In week 1, we're going to be doing some work around the mind and the heart connection. So this will all start to become a little bit clearer as the weeks go on and as week 1 unfolds. But right now for you, question why? And allow your insights, allow your honesty, allow that beautiful, clear, honest communication with yourself come forward. The second aspect of this is weave and layer. So what I mean by weave and layer is that this course is obviously structured week 1, week 2, week 3. Week 1 we do a lot of grounding and anchoring. Week 2 we're going to be doing a lot of meditation. Week 3 is all about beautiful, nourishing nutrition, and week 4 is all about yoga. And then the last 3 days I'm going to be taking you through particular coaching techniques and styles which will allow you to take all of the information and all of the techniques that you've learned along this month or the next month, and I'm going to be helping you really organically weave and layer these techniques into your life. So it's not just about the month of March, it's about here forward. So as this course unfolds, weave and layer now. So you might take something from the grounding and anchoring week and apply that to the nutrition week or the meditation week, or you might find something from the meditation week that you want to weave into yoga. Or as the weeks progress, there might be particular things that really strike a chord with you. So weave and layer, weave and layer. So don't see this course as week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and then the last 3 days. It's all integral because we are whole, holistic people. And so our lives are never structured in terms of a nutrition week or a meditation week. We are all of it at once. So take everything that we're giving you, ask why, and weave and layer. So another aspect that I wanted to speak to you about is about real life situations. So obviously when you're going to be going through this course, you might have a lot of quiet time, a lot of contemplation, which is exactly what you're needing to discover the true answers for yourself. So as you will know, when we're in chaotic, busy doing life, insights rarely come in. It's really in those moments of stillness and quietness and contemplation that our truth starts to bubble up and we can hear it. So that is perfect as you're going through the course, but to get true soul wellness and true soul alignment in your life, and so that your life starts to reflect the clarity that you'll receive internally, each tip that you're provided through your soul sheets each day, take that tip, and as you're going through your day or through your evening, or as you come up against challenging situations, think about ways that you can apply something that you're learning in the course, or something that you learned during that day, or something that you've heard in the interview or the recordings for the day, and how can you apply it to the real life situation. And this is going to be super, super useful for you, because this is where true soul wellness and true soul alignment often occurs. So the last little tip that I want to extend out to you today is permission to say no. Give yourself permission to say no throughout the course of this program, and potentially beyond if it feels and sits right with you. Permission to say no to anything that feels out of alignment for you. So if you're not really looking forward to doing something that you've committed to and it feels very heavy for you, or it just feels like an obligation rather than a want or something that lights you up, I encourage you to say no. Obviously, very nicely and politely, but honouring you and what you need, and honouring yourself and being generous with yourself. Because as you go through this course, you'll start to notice things will come up for you that need to be cleared, that need to be let go of. And that can feel very liberating, very empowering, but at other times you can actually feel very vulnerable and it can feel quite confronting. So I really encourage you to take each day as it comes, say yes to what you want to be doing, and say no, thank you, to what you don't want to be doing. So community is key when we're going through transformation. And why it's key is because the people that we hang out with and we surround ourselves with will actually affect who we are, how we are, what we believe for ourselves, what we feel is right or wrong about ourselves, or what we're feeling or what we're going through. And so that's actually why I've created the Facebook page or Facebook group as part of this course, because we all need to be surrounded by people who understand to a point what we're going through. So I really do encourage you to get over onto the Facebook group, connect with the people that you really want to be connecting with, ask questions. I'm going to be over on the page quite regularly, daily. I know that a lot of the other contributors, so Tammy, Sarah and Suzanne, they're also going to be hanging out on the page daily, if not every other day. So feel free to throw your questions out to us. I believe that, you know, if you're wanting to ask a question, the answer that you will receive will also benefit many other people within the group, if not all of the people in the group. So I really do encourage you to be over there. After this video, what I highly suggest is click the link down in the email to download your 31 Days of Soul Wellness journal and have a look at it, go through it, answer those questions, download it, print it out, answer those questions, and really start to connect on a deeper level with your soul and start listening to what, you know, the insights and the intuition and the inner knowledge that you've been longing to connect with. The other thing that I would recommend with the journal is getting a binder or a book to actually collate all of your information that you'll collect over this time. What you'll also be receiving, which you may already know, is each soul sheet that you receive over the 31 days becomes an ebook. So what you can do is combine each of those soul sheets with your journals. You're going to have a corresponding journal page with each soul sheet, and you can combine the two so that you've got, by the end of the course and by the end of the month, you've got a beautiful journal or a beautiful folder of information and of insights and of letting go and of creating that you wouldn't have had if you didn't keep it all together and compile it all together. So that's something that I really encourage you to go ahead and do. And above all and most of all, really listen to the insights, listen to your knowledge, listen to your intuition. You have an abundance of it right there within you, and give yourself permission to listen. But not just listen, action and do. And how can you apply that beautiful insight and knowledge and intuition to your life to create a beautiful life and a sense of calm and peace within? So download the journal now, and I will see you over in the Facebook group in a few days. Bye.